to HR Hero on Call with your host, Joyce Lidwaba. Today I'm having a career moment with an amazing individual, Luthando Gobingca. I have to say nga.
Yeah.
Luthando has quite an experience in risk management, internal auditing, and forensics. So we're unpacking his career today, and I'm happy to have you.
Thank you very
Welcome.
much for having me. Thank you.
Yes, let's first break the ice so that
Yeah.
we're both comfortable. So, using weather conditions, how would you
Yeah.
describe your feeling today?
What do you call it in summer? Sunny.
Yes,
Kind of that, yeah.
sunny kind of. Why
That's
sunny?
I think I'm always live.
Yeah.
In summer, actually everyone is chilled.
Yes.
Everyone is going about their own business. It's not
Yes.
like your winter where you are confined in one place.
Yes.
You cannot free yourself. So that's me in summer, free, lively, 24/7, just like that.
Love and light.
Yeah.
Love and
Yeah,
light. I
yeah.
like it. All right. So, if you then were to be an animal, which animal would you be and why?
I think the animal that I love mostly, it's your lion.
Lion.
It's your lion. I love it.
Yeah.
Just because of only one thing, the dominant
Oh.
that it has.
Yes.
It's able to mark its own territory.
Okay.
And that's the kind of a person that
Yes.
I am. The territory that you have given me,
Yes.
I want to make sure that I mark
Ah.
it. When I live there,
Yeah.
someone who is coming
Yes.
must find it difficult to
Difficult.
really
So,
really make sure
yeah.
that whatever that has been done,
Eh.
it's undone.
Yeah.
Someone must find it very difficult.
Very
So
difficult.
that's the type of a person that I am.
Oh, wow.
I love marking territories
Eh.
and making sure that I'm the best in that area.
Yes. And nobody should step in territorial.
Even if I left after 10 years, they will still be saying, there is that
Yeah.
guy.
Yes.
There is that guy
That
who was
guy.
here.
Yeah.
I love leaving a mark.
Yes.
So I must embrace and take hold of my territory.
It's
So
very
that's why
important what you just said.
Yeah.
Leaving a mark, marking your
Yes.
territory.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. And the reason why it's a good thing is because sometimes people, they remember you based on what you have done.
Yes.
The changes that you have done, the impact that you have done. And unfortunately, most of the leaders in our days, they don't create or build disciples. Because the moment you have disciples in your own area, trust me, they will never forget you.
Yeah.
Whoever that is there around them, they will never forget you. So that's the kind of a person that I am.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a very strong person, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even though sometimes those who are closer to me, they'll be telling you, he's a chill guy and what and all
Yes.
of that. Because we are different.
Yeah.
In other words, in terms of
We
portraying
experience
as well.
people differently.
You're correct.
But also,
yeah.
even with our trades, you might be a lion, but in other spaces and other areas, maybe you find yourself to be something else. But the
Correct.
dominating character trait is that of a lion.
Yes.
I
yes.
love that.
And it's always there.
And it's always there.
As you are saying,
Of
someone will
course.
see me as a sheep. Says, no, what a humble one. Someone will see me as this. But in that particular space, everyone will tell you one thing, that he likes dominating his own area.
Yes. Taking
that's-
over, taking
Yes,
charge. I see
yes.
it. I see it, Luthando. So what do you say then to yourself every morning when you start your day? What conversations do you have with yourself?
Normally, I don't have that much. I'll be honest with you. I don't have that much. But I'm that type of a person that you wake up, you pray, you declare your day,
Yes.
the things that will be happening in your day, and then you just move on with the day.
Yeah.
Because I always have this perception that I am in charge of the day.
Yes.
So it's not the day that is in charge of me.
Yes.
So the day cannot influence me.
The lion comes out.
You get me? I must influence.
Yes.
I must influence
Yeah.
the day,
Yeah.
even if things, they cannot go the way that I want to.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, out of that,
Yes.
I'm gonna get something.
Yes.
And that thing that I'm gonna get is the thing that I'm gonna use in the following day.
Yeah.
People, they will say that there is a light.
At the end of the tunnel.
End of the tunnel.
Yes.
In every darkness, there is something good that you extract.
That will come
But
out of it.
Most of the time, we want to focus on the darkness, not on the something that is bringing to your life. So for me, the day I command it.
You command it.
I take charge of
You
it.
take charge.
That's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
And I see it. Oh, wow. So the importance and the power of praying and declaring your day and commanding and
Yes.
taking charge, that's what
Yes.
keeps you going.
Yes, and it's who we are.
Yeah.
Our words has power to
Yeah.
to destroy or to
Yeah.
create. So the question is this: what is it that
What
you
are
want
you
to
creating?
create? You
Yes.
get me? What is it that you want to create?
Yeah.
And the way that you are going to speak on that particular day, and the way that you are going to conduct yourself will determine the day that you are going to have.
Oh, wow.
So it's still within you.
I love that. Yes.
It's still within you.
It's within you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the one that makes the day.
Yeah.
You want it to go bad. Unfortunately, it's gonna happen, consciously or unconsciously. So because sometimes we cannot default others,
Yeah.
because sometimes things they happen without you planning, and then but because you used to respond in a particular way when things happen, then
Yeah.
the moment you respond in a negative way, then the whole thing becomes wrong. It has nothing to do to say you are weak or you are whatever. It's just that your mind has not been trained yet so that you can take charge of anything that is happening in your
So
life.
what you do, so you're saying what you do and what you're saying determines how your day is going to turn out.
It's even determining your tomorrow. It's determining your future.
Oh, wow.
You can't talk negative about leaders and then you expect to be a good leader.
Oh, wow.
There is no way. The way that you speak is the way that you will be. Because you are portraying what is inside of you.
What's inside?
And
With
what
our
i-
mouth we bless and curse.
That's it.
Oh. Oh, you just created.
We are not in
yeah.
we are not in the
Hey.
what call it a Simon, but
Hey. Yeah, we
that's a
just created.
It's a principle of
It's
life.
a principle of
It's
life.
a principle
I
of
love
life
that.
after
Yeah.
all. It has nothing to do with religion.
Yeah.
It's a principle of life.
Yes.
You grow up in a certain environment, and in that environment, you are the one who will determine whether you'll be coming out or you'll
Yes.
remain in that environment.
Yeah.
It's a principle of
It's
life.
a principle of life. Your
Yeah.
background, where you come from, should not determine your future.
It will never. It
Eh.
has nothing to do with the person that you will be in the future.
Thank you.
It has nothing.
It has
but
nothing.
the words that you will speak and the mentality that you have towards that situation is the one that will determine
What?
the
So
kind
you're
of a
saying what
person
you do in the process is the thing that's going to determine how your future looks like.
Correct.
Powerful. Powerful. I love that. All right.
That's
Wow.
great. Yeah.
Now let's tap into
Yeah.
your experience. So you were qualified as internal auditor.
Yes.
You've been internal auditor for quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get into that? What was the thinking, and what are you doing currently?
Yeah. In internal auditing for me, I remember even the time that I was growing up, I wanted to be an internal auditor. And I don't know where was
At
it
least you
coming
knew
from.
what that was.
I
Yeah.
can tell you, even when I went to the, it was called Border Technicon by then, but now
Yes.
it's called Walter Sisulu University.
Yes.
When I went there wanting to study internal auditing. But unfortunately, they had it in part-time, so in another area,
Yeah.
so the campus where I was, they did not have it. So I started, then the first year, I did what we call the local government finance.
What's that?
Ask me that
Yeah,
again.
what's that?
Ask
Okay.
me that again.
Yeah.
I studied local government finance, but it has everything to do with the financial aspects in local government.
Yes.
So now the question is this: do I really want to confine myself in one space called local government?
Yeah.
And that was not the intention, but I still wanted internal auditing. I remember even at home, the following year I changed the qualification to internal auditing, because now they introduced it full time.
Yes.
The same campus where I was studying.
Yeah.
And then at home they were asking, how long is it things gonna take? I said it's 4 years.
Yeah.
It was 3 years.
Yeah,
But
no.
basically I said it's 4 years because the first year I did something
Yeah.
that I did not want.
Okay.
Which is the local
so they didn't have
government.
to know about it. They didn't
You
have to
get
know
me?
about it.
And then I said to them, it's 4 years, and it was my passion for me to study internal auditing. And even after I graduated as well,
Yeah.
I went to become an internal auditor in the KZN in one of the provincial government.
Of course.
I left there, then I went to become I did first the internship in the Eastern Cape.
Yes.
From the internship I went to KZN, a full-time job. Then from KZN I came to Gauteng. But now when I came to Gauteng now, that's where I started. I practice risk management.
Yes.
So I was appointed as a risk manager, but
Yes.
then I was also responsible for forensic. But still at a junior level.
You're the ones that
position.
are doing investigations. You're
You know,
finding things,
risk
and
and-
when you find things that you're not supposed to find,
We
know?
reported them. Unfortunately, others they get fired. Others they get arrested.
It becomes very risky nowadays to be a forensic investigator.
No, it's a very risky thing. I've experienced it even where I was currently working. It's not a nice
You become
space.
a target
You get me?
because you find things that you're not supposed to find.
Correct.
Yeah.
I think the recent case, probably everyone knows, it has been in the news.
In the Ekurhuleni,
yes,
yeah.
So it's a very risky type of an environment. But at the
And
same
that's
time,
very sad. That's very sad because you get targeted for doing your job,
Your job.
and doing your job properly. And for organizations that are trusting you to execute, and there are people that find themselves in uncomfortable space because now you're going to dig and expose.
because
It's a sad story.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we are preserving the lives of people. Because the moment there is fraud and there is corruption in the institution, then it means that service delivery is not channeled where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Because the money now goes to the hands of the individuals.
Yeah.
So now, in other words, you are protecting the society, you are
protecting
protecting the
the- yeah.
community when you are doing those things.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, then there are those who do not want to lose. They are seeing you as a threat, and basically, that's then what happened. It's a very dangerous thing, but most of us, we do it with passion.
Yes.
I can tell you that we don't think and say, hey, I might be assassinated the following day or whatever the case
Yeah,
may
you
be, or
stay the
else
course.
we will not have police, we will not have
course.
investigators, we will not have all those people if we were going to live by fear.
Yeah.
So but unfortunately these are the incidents that happened, and we have no control over them. Yeah.
So, Luthando, now you are in the public sector.
Yes.
So you're managing in terms of risk.
Yes.
Forensics, a little bit of it. You still do it?
No, I'm no longer
no
doing
longer
it, yeah.
doing it. And then internal auditing
I'm no longer
becomes
doing
your
it as well.
foundation.
Yes, correct,
So for
yeah.
now, we're focusing on risk and growing
yes.
our career from there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does it entail? The risk management.
It's a very
You assess the risk in organizations.
it's a very nice thing.
Yeah.
I can tell you. And unfortunately, most of the people they've reduced it to a paper.
Yes.
But risk management,
shouldn't be a
it's our
paperwork.
it's our daily life. Man. For you to come here, being on time, and have everything,
Yes.
there are risks that you have to consider.
Yes.
Hey, there might be the traffic, there might be this that will happen. So how am I going to navigate this when it happens?
Yes.
How am I going to do this when it happens? So it's our daily life when we talk about the risk management.
Yes.
Same thing, you can have your 5-year, your 10-year goals.
Yes.
To say the next 5 years I want to be like this particular, I want to be in this level. There are risks
There are
that are
risks involved,
associated
yeah.
there. And the risk that you are going to calculate and say, if this happens, what is it that I'm going to do?
How do we mitigate?
If this happens, what is it that I'm going to
Yeah.
do? And all of that. So risk management is our daily life. When it comes to the organization, it becomes one of the tools and the key element things that drive the organization to the next level.
Yes.
Because unfortunately, in the space of the public sector, when you look at risk management, it's still backward a little bit. It's not like in the private
Yeah, it's
sector.
not as advanced.
Yes,
yeah.
like in
Even the tools and technology in terms of how you
Correct.
execute your responsibility, I think is still a bit laid
Yes,
back. Yeah.
yes. And in the private sector, mostly it's used as a tool to make decisions.
Of course.
But in the public sector, it's still a tick box kind of exercise. We have identified risk ticks. We have action plans that we're going to implement to mitigate this risk. It's a tick box type of a thing, but it's a very interesting career.
It is.
You know, it's a career that even when you do those qualifications, you can go anywhere in the country, even anywhere in the world. You know, whether it's a public sector, it's a private sector, you fit in all the sectors.
Yes.
Manufacturing sector and all of those things, financial, you fit in when you have the experience and the skill, and as well in risk management. So it's a fascinating career. You know.
Yeah. It's also rewarding in terms of rents and cents, hey? It's a rewarding career. Or depends on the levels.
It depends on the levels, number one, and as well it depends on the organizations that you are working. Because other organizations, as I'm saying, if you go to your banking sector, you know, a risk person is well respected. You know, if you go to the insurance, a risk person is well respected. You know, because this is the same person that is helping the CEO and telling you, hey, CEO, in the next 2 years, this is what is going to happen. You know, for example, most of the people, we did not know about COVID, but there were people who made the awareness of that and say, hey, look, guys, we are going to have a shutdown very soon. There's a risk of COVID coming into South Africa. And most of the organizations, they were not prepared. That's why others, they collapsed. They did not come back. You know, because they did not take seriously the risk management processes.
Oh.
So, yeah.
I hear passion. You sound very passionate.
As I said, I dominate.
Yeah, you dominate, you take charge. And so what's next for you then?
I think for me now, in the couple of years, I'm busy upgrading my qualification.
Yes.
You know the thing is, when you are a researcher, you know, when you want to know things, your life is based on researching, trying to study things, what's happening, what may happen, and all of these things. You become too much knowledgeable to the point that you even forget that, hey, you still need to upgrade your qualifications of yours. You still need to get to those masters, those postgraduates, because unfortunately, here in South Africa, you know, the system of education does not allow us to translate our experience into a qualification. So now, currently now, I'm studying my postgrad. And internal auditing. I believe that by next year I'll be at least like you guys having my masters, you know. But
like who? Say that again.
You know, like I'll be in that gang of masters at least.
No, you're getting there. I mean, you're doing well in terms of your career as a risk manager, and you also Moneymaker. Mr. Moneymaker. You roll the dice. Yes. Talk to us about that.
I've been running the company called Amo Financial Services. It's doing short-term loans.
Mashonisa.
No, man, it's not Mashonisa. You know, we need to clarify that. You know, the Mashonisa one does not follow the rules and regulations of the National Credit Act. You know,
it's a formal mashonisa.
No, it's not. Even the banks, they don't call them mashonisa. They call them financial sectors.
I hear you.
You get me? So we
registered and accredited with the FSP, right?
And now we are having an SO. There is NCR for your loans, for credit, and then you've got then the FCSA for your FSPs, where you do your insurances, depending on the class of the insurances that you are doing. So currently we are doing both of them, the loans and as well the insurance. But on the loans, unfortunately, we are not longer now taking anyone in the public. You know, we've built agreements with companies where we tell them, says, look, if your employees, they want to borrow and all of those, they can come to us. Then we do what we call the stop orders, because these debit checks and debit orders, unfortunately, you know, they have its own risks. You know, after 3 months, someone goes and change the bank account and use the other. Then you have the litigation process that you must follow, which is going to cost you at the same time. So
you're mitigating the risk there, Mr. Risk Manager.
Thank you.
So now you're focusing on the guaranteed loan book instead of individuals. That's very smart.
No,
that's a very smart business model.
But we are expanding. even to the other class of the insurance now. I think that's a sector now that we are even more focused on.
Yes.
Assisting the burial societies, including the funeral parlors,
Yeah.
to underwrite their people, because according to the law, they're supposed to underwrite these particular people. So that's a space now
That's
we
a
are
space.
dominating currently
Yes.
at the moment.
We're dominating. The lions are dominating the financial market, the financial space.
There's no any other way. If we can challenge this space
Yes.
of the financial
Yes.
sector, where you don't have much of the black people,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, because the
We get
consumers,
access.
because again the consumers, it's black people,
Yes.
and then we are sitting there.
I get the thinking.
Thank you.
I get the thinking. Let's take back our people.
You get me?
Yeah.
They are the consumers of all these products that are
Of
being
course.
sold, of all these things that are happening. But we don't have anything that talks to them.
Yeah.
Something that they can own.
That they can relate
and they
to.
say that,
Yeah.
oh, this one is one
Yeah.
of our own. Let us go there and support this one. Yeah.
So you brought it home.
Yes.
I like that. I like the thinking. You're smart, Luthando.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that's very interesting. I love
Yeah.
the story. From now on, I'm calling you Mr. Moneymaker.
Mr.
Yeah.
I receive. I
You-
receive.
you
Let
did-
it generate.
Yeah.
Let it roll.
Let it roll. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you've done so much.
Yeah. Actually, I'm also the chairperson of the risk committee, independent risk
Yes.
committee, in one of the provinces. Those are the space that I told myself, after some couple, I don't want to be in a payroll of anyone. I'm just counting months now.
You are clear.
I'm counting months.
Yes.
I'm not counting years.
And
I'm
I
counting
believe
months.
you. No, I believe you with
I
the
don't
rate
want
that you're
to
going.
be, I don't want to be in a payroll of anyone. I just now wants to move, because on my side, when it comes to the issues of businesses, I've been doing it at home. They can tell you.
Yes.
I've been running my spaza shops there. Selling stuff and all of those.
That's
things.
where it starts, actually, the mentality
Yes,
and
yes.
the doing, and not idling and waiting for things to happen. You're the kind of person that makes things happen, and I like that character about you.
A big time. I'm
Yeah.
a risk taker.
You're a risk taker,
I-
and you take the risk, you identify them, you also mitigate them. There's power in that.
There's also one thing they said: high risk, high rewards.
Yes.
Obviously, sometimes other risks, as much as you want to mitigate, there's nothing you can do. It's
Yeah.
gonna fall on top of you.
Yeah.
So you must also be having that courage and that thing to say, look, I'm doing this thing and I'm not backing down,
Of
even
course.
if I fail 10 times more. But I'm
Yes.
still not backing down.
I'm not backing down.
You know,
I'm doing it.
You're doing
Yeah.
this thing because
Determination,
yes,
yeah.
because other things you can have all these measures in place to say, no, if it happens, this is what I'm gonna do, and all of these things, and those things are going to fail, and they will fail.
Yeah.
And now when they fail, it's only you now, and this dream and this vision and this courage that you have, all the resources have been depleted.
Yeah.
There's no one who's gonna be there to support you. But the vision is still within
It's
you.
still within.
And it's going to burn up until you go and do it, whether you like it or not.
Wow. The power to control.
Yes.
Wow. So,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to people that are interested, whether it's internal auditing, risk, or a bit of forensics as well? What advice would you give anyone interested in these careers?
Yeah. Most of the things that I normally even tell the other youth is to say that, first of all, look at the things that you love mostly. It's easy
What
to
you're
choose.
passionate about,
Yes.
what you're good at.
You get me?
Yeah,
Yes.
what comes naturally to you.
To you,
Yeah.
because that's where
what
your
I'm-
money is.
That's where the money is, yeah.
That's where your money is.
Yeah.
Because you can go
I
and
was doing
study.
that at the
Yeah.
at the session, that I had
Yeah.
with the high school students. When I had a career day.
Okay,
So
yeah.
when we talk about personal mastery, then
Yes,
I was
yeah.
like, what comes natural? What are the things that you
Yes.
good? You need to self-awareness. You need to know
Yes.
in order for you to be able to tap into that opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's easy for you to choose a career on the basis of money.
Yes.
But in a long run, you'll find out, no, man, this is not what I want.
Yeah.
This is not who am I.
Yes.
I don't want this.
And
I
what
want
then?
that.
Yeah.
But the years have been spent
Yeah.
investing in something that is really not making you happy. that is not giving you joy at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's the first key.
Yeah.
Identify the things that are effortless to you.
Yeah.
Things that you are not struggling with.
Yes.
You know, for you to sell something, you don't struggle in talking to people and say, hey, here's a pen, it's 20 rand, and they
Yes.
buy it.
And they buy
You
it.
get me?
Yeah.
So you are not struggling in terms of that. That's the first thing of identifying those types of things.
Yeah.
And then it helps you, for example, as I said, on my side, it was easy for me to gel into the internal auditing space,
Yeah.
into the risk management space,
Yeah.
because unfortunately the risk management is a backbone of internal auditing.
Yes.
You know, those
They are
people who are in
brothers
a
and
profession,
sisters,
correct, people who are professional, they will tell you and say that we go and audit high risk areas,
Yes.
because we want to see the control environment in that area, whether they are effective or not. That's what we. So your risk management becomes at the backbone of the
Yeah.
internal auditing. So you are able to measure, even if you study auditing, you can end up being a forensic auditor
Of course.
some years ago, or you can end up being a risk
Yeah.
manager some years ago.
Those
But
are career pathing.
yes,
Yeah.
but
Thanks
the
for
good
touching
thing,
that.
but the good thing now, you also have institutions now that they have qualifications related to risk management. They were not there before.
Yeah.
Most of in my age group, people who are risk managers,
Yeah.
they've studied internal auditing, almost 100% of them. So they've shifted from auditing to risk.
Yeah.
But nowadays, at least you've got those institutions that are providing those qualifications. You've got other institutions, the bodies
Yeah.
that are related to risk management, like
Of
your
course.
IMSAs, that people, they can become part of those bodies. They have other qualifications there that can take you. So those qualifications that we do in those bodies, because they are well recognized
Yes,
now in
yes.
South Africa, and they are SACCO accredited as well.
Yeah.
Then they can be able to obtain them.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, wow. That's a mouthful.
yeah.
All right.
yeah.
So now let's talk legacy. You're into business now. You are the risk manager. You've done all this work that you've done. How do you want people to remember you?
It's one of the thing, when you remember when you ask type of animal and everything.
Yeah.
The dominating part.
Yes.
The making a difference part.
Yes.
That's who am I.
Yeah.
You know, I believe so much in creating disciples more than anything. You know, because what you have, pass it to someone
Yes.
else.
Yeah.
Let someone benefit
Skills
from what you
transfer.
have.
Yeah.
Correct. You know, let them benefit even more. Allow them as well to be more than you. To excel and to fly more than you.
Excel and fly. Yeah.
You know, that's the best way of having someone who is a disciple.
Yeah.
Because if someone is a disciple but is still less than you, that is not a disciple. You haven't created a disciple. A
Yes.
disciple should be greater than you.
Greater than you.
You
Absolutely.
get me? You should be
I get you.
far much greater than you.
100%.
And that's who am I. In any area that I am, I know that you cannot transfer a job
Yeah.
to your children.
Of course.
You get me?
Yeah.
But the knowledge that you have and the skills
Can
that
be
you have
shared.
acquired, yes, during the course of your life, that can be shared
Yeah.
with people. So that's who am I. I like impacting other people's
Yeah.
life and to make sure that they become better
Yeah.
than the person that I am.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. There's power in that, in transferring and making sure that people become even better than at what they're doing than how you did it. There's power in that.
Yeah.
Wow. What an insightful conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Luthando, for having a career conversation with us.
It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure. Oh,
It's a pleasure.
That was Luthando. Luthando is a lion, territorial, believes in impacting lives, and a story of encouragement. I really enjoyed it. Mr. Moneymaker himself. Let's be intentional about our development. On to the next episode. That's your host, Joyce Ledwaba.